Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Nine of Swords. All right, well, everyone stay calm. This is going to be a very productive reading. Trust me that things are not this bad, all right? We're going to put this into some context. See, already we're seeing a little bit of light there. We see a lot of twos. We see the water energy. Oh, and here's some earth energy coming out. There we go. Some more twos, very interesting. And more earth energy. Let's select our mystery card before we dive into this. Now, this is the Smith-Waite Tarot. We're selecting one random card, and we're going to set it down. We'll put the alien on top. And TT, the Sphinx cat, has just shown up because she knows that we started out with that Nine of Swords, and that sometimes that can be a difficult card, right? But that mystery card at the end, that should tie everything together. You know, give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. All right. So let's look at these energies now and see, because we've got a real absence of major arcana. All right. There's not a single major arcana here. We've got some fire. We've got quite a bit of water. We've got a bit of air, you know, and then we've got this earth energy. Here is the Sphinx cat to say hello. She knew it was going to be a difficult one. We didn't have any major spiritual energy in the reading, but now we do. She's here. So worry not, everyone. But let's see where we're starting from, because this Nine of Swords, this is our starting point. And I think that we've been in this energy, I don't know for how long. I don't know if this is a new thing or if this is something that's been going on for a while, but I feel as if there is that we're kind of punishing ourselves for something, that we're living in this mood of despair almost, right? Like we have, I almost want to say that we kind of have given up on ourselves. And this is the energy that we're getting out of, and there's no way around it. We see these cards here. We see the two, the two, the two. We see this good fire, good water energy, which this is some healing. This is, the court cards here are going to be a couple different things. But I think a big energy shift is coming. We're getting out of this despair, this cruelty, this almost a hopelessness, almost a that we keep punishing ourselves for something, and I don't know what is going on there. I don't think it matters. I think it's going to be different for everyone. We don't have to talk about the details, right? This is going to be very personal for each of us. But it's a serious energy, this one. We've got to progress beyond this, and I think that's what we're doing with all of these twos. I think the reason why there's no major arcana energy here, because Spirit is saying that we need to make the choice. See, we have all these twos for choices, right? We need to choose to bring ourselves out of this. We need to choose to embrace love, embrace our conscious, creative energy, to utilize and activate our support system, right? We need to make the choice to get kind of out of our head a little bit. And I think this big energy shift, like the spiritual energy is still here, but we can't see it right now. It's in the invisible places, okay? And I think that's what this big shift is bringing us. We're shifting out of this strictly mental, emotional, physical energy, and we're embracing that spiritual energy. We're stepping into that spiritual energy, right? So the big shift is taking us kind of out of ourselves and putting things into a larger context. The energy shift is really, it's going to kind of do the opposite of what we see here. These small cards, the court cards, the pip cards are going to vanish, and instead the spiritual cards that are everywhere else are going to illuminate. Things are just going to go into a negative, kind of a reversal of energy here. And that's what we're embracing. See, we've got this Ace of Wands right here on top. This is the new energy coming in. This is the spiritual energy. You know, if we wanted to find some spiritual energy on the table that we can see, well, it's this. This is the light of our creativity. This is the light of our spirit. This is the beginning of activating this energy. Okay? Big energy shift. I feel it. But again, it's a choice for us to open ourselves up. We have to activate this energy. Once we do, then I think the floodgates are open, right? Then I think the spiritual energy comes rushing in, but we have to choose to open the valve, which is what we see here with the Two of Wands. It's in the recent past, so I wonder if there was something maybe that happened a couple of months ago that turned off that spiritual tap. Was there something that disappointed you so thoroughly that we lost maybe a little bit of hope in the spiritual energy, right? I feel like something prompted us to kind of turn off to that side of ourselves, right? So now we have to choose to turn this back on. Yeah. And I feel like we really want to. Here's the Two of Cups. This is down beneath the surface. This is your ultimate driving force, this desire for connection, for love, for union, right? We have to choose love. We have to choose to embrace ourselves, to embrace spirit, God, goddess, deity, source, whatever you want to call it. We have to choose love. We have to choose to reach out to our loved ones, which are, in these positions. See, the way we have it here, we have a good, strong fire energy that's meeting with this good water energy. So this is a balance here, But when we add in this air energy, now it's fire and water, creating steam, creating trouble, turmoil, despair, right? It could be something involving family members or close friends. That could have been the prompt that maybe we either turned off the connection to source, and at the same time we kind of turned up the heat, right, in this situation, and we started boiling the water. So we can look at it, different. We can look at it more on an energy level, and yes, I think that something has happened that put us into this Nine of Swords dilemma. And it may have been a conflict with close friends or family members. Could be, singular or plural. And I think that is the way the water and the fire do not mix. They do not get along harmoniously. They're creating this air energy. But if we can open the valve to source, then we can harmonize this. And now the fire and the water can get along again. Right? Because ultimately what we want is union, we want love, we want family, friendship, connection, right? So I'm not sure who these people are. Again, I think that they could be, for some of you, close friends or family members. I think these cards also represent some other things. Now, first, the Princess or Page of Cups. This, to me, represents the need for novelty. to me, this is learning how to experience the world in a new way. How to appreciate the unexpected. How to embrace the spontaneity or the randomness of the world. Like right when a cat jumps on your tarot table, do we push her down? Do we get aggravated, or frustrated with it, or do we just embrace it? Like, hey, this is something unexpected, and it's something that could be kind of fun. It's a little silly. She loves to get on the table, and yeah, I don't want her to disturb the cards that we have set up, but at the same time, this is that idea of novelty. This is the Princess of Cups, right? It's appreciating the unexpected, appreciating that we don't know what's going to happen in every moment, right? So it's that sense of newness, of novelty, of wonder, right? And this is at the top of the path of the dove, or at least it was. Here we go. It was at the top here, so I feel like this is what we're looking for. We're looking to kind of just have a little bit more of a dreamy kind of life. We're looking to experience things like it's for the first time again, And yes, this card I feel like probably represents a close friend or family member that's involved in this water-fire mixture. But I think it's also kind of what we aspire to. We aspire to this kind of almost an energetic innocence where everything is just kind of new and wonderful, even if we're kind of unsure about its purpose or if it's inconveniencing our life, that sort of thing. And with the Prince of Cups, yes, I think this is also representing someone that's involved in this with you. But this is also the advice, I think. I hate to use the word advice, but this is the spirit. This is tarot kind of telling you, you have to live an authentic life. You have to be who you are. And maybe there was this attempt to be what other people thought we should be, or to be what we thought other people needed from us. Rather than being truly authentic Ace of Wands, right? We maybe were trying to put on the persona of who they needed us to be, or who they wanted us to be. Yeah, because that would vibe with that Princess of Cups too, and then with the Prince. Obviously, I think that's a fair assessment for some of you. That might be ringing true. Okay. But either way, even if we don't recognize that we were doing that, the message still is, going forward, we have to be our authentic selves. We have to choose to activate this conscious, creative, vital energy within us, this spiritual force and fire, to be our authentic selves, to let our authentic selves out, right? To allow it expression. And that, I think, is how we're going to really secure the connection with the world, with others, with our loved ones, family, friends, if these are our close friends or family members, Because I think ultimately you recognize that you are a very wealthy person indeed. Here's the 10 of Pentacles. We're moving over to the path of the Serpent now. So I should remind you to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all right? Now, the 10 of Pentacles is your vision of life. This is what you recognize as your best life. And this is still something that's very important to you. This is what you're trying to create. And it's in this position of your general energy, because I wonder if when you look at your life now, if you recognize how wealthy you truly are, not just financially, right? Not just financially. Because you have these people who care about you and you care about them, you have this desire for love, you have this spiritual energy that we can welcome into our lives, I think you're in a much better place than perhaps we recognize right now. I feel like this card is asking us to take stock of what we have in life right now, right? Where are we? Who are we? Who are we with? What things do we value? Are we surrounding ourselves with people and things that we value? Do we appreciate the things in our lives? Do we put value on them? Or do we take their value for granted? This isn't the idea that, well, the things around us are worthless, so I need to put new things around me. No, this is kind of about, she's going to climb on my shoulder now, about us recognizing that what we are surrounded with now, the things that are on our backs and climbing to the top of our heads, are things of value, and we should appreciate them, right? Ow, that hurts. The next card, TT's very interested in this reading. I think she knows this is a big energy shift for us. The next card is the Two of Pentacles, and this one is kind of showing the timing. It's kind of showing the relationship between all of this energy, right? Because this is the position of the environment, of the relationship between you and the environment. And it's a two. It's a choice to make changes. It's a choice for positive changes. So how does that dovetail on what we just talked about? Well, I don't think it's about isolating yourself or getting rid of people, pushing people away, right? I think this is about, one, changing our appreciation, our perception of the things that are around us, the people, the energies, right? Embracing that spiritual, the spiritual light and love. But also choosing to make those positive changes in our life, to perhaps alter the environment so that we can effectively, get ourselves out of this Nine of Swords. Because we forget, this is kind of the state that we're in. And usually when we experience a Nine of Swords, it's because there's something in our environment that is kind of triggering us, right? There's something going on, and I feel like it's the discord with these people and the between our nature and their nature, or whatever this conflict might be. So the Two of Pentacles is saying that changes need to be made. It is time to do something differently, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean to isolate yourself or to not value the people around us. What about the people around us who aren't valuing us, right? I mean, it's a two-way street. It has to work both ways, right? It's not just about us appreciating those people in our lives, but are we being taken for granted? Are we in a situation that is encouraging that Nine of Swords rather than trying to alleviate it, right? We're not blaming other people. We're not blaming the environment, but there is the need to at least assess the environment to see if it could be more supportive, right? And that brings us to this Two of Swords, because this is the difficult choice that we don't want to make. I feel like we've already made it. Yeah. I feel like you already know what the appropriate decision is. If this is a particular work environment, if this is a personal situation, if it's a romantic situation, if it's with friends or family, I feel like you already know what the decision needs to be. Because the two, in this position, we don't want to act on the decision. See, it's over here in this position here. This is what we don't want, but it is what we need. So I think you've made the decision, or you know intuitively what this energy is talking about and how we can perhaps optimize our environment so that it is more Ten of Pentacles. More Ten of Pentacles than the Nine of Swords, right? But I think we're still a little bit reluctant to take action. We've made up our minds, but we still need to open the tap over here. We still need to decide what to do. or perhaps how to go about doing it, right? And this, I really do like this, the Knight of Pentacles. This is one of my favorite cards. It never used to be one of my favorite cards, but the more I connect with the energy, the more I really do like this card. Because this is the card that, this is the energy that invests in the future, right? This is a card that can overlook what's happening right now in order to see how things are going to unfold. It's the investment we make now, right? And what's an investment? Well, I'm taking, let's say, money or energy that I have right now, and I'm putting it somewhere else, so I don't have it now. And that seems silly, right? But it's so I can have more of it later, right? Whatever it might be, we're investing in something now, and it will be greater than what we put in, but we have to wait for it. So this is the vision of that. This is you understanding that energy, knowing how to utilize that energy. So the changes that you make now, all of the decisions and the actions that we have to take now, we're beginning to understand the long-term effects of those decisions, right? The things that you have to choose to do right now, how are they going to grow and provide a return later on? Yeah. If this is leaving a situation, if this is opening up yourself to a deeper spiritual experience, if this is getting out of a work situation, if this is sticking with a work situation, or any kind of relationship, how is this going to affect you a month, a year, 5 years from now? Are you going to see a large return on your investment, or is it going to be just diminished? Is it a bad investment, right? We're not talking about money here, though. I mean, this could very well be resonating as something financial for you. Okay, this could be a business relationship. We do need to assess the long-term effects of what's going on, right? And it's difficult to do that when we are in a Nine of Swords position. So it is kind of very important to turn on this spiritual energy, this spiritual vision, because this fire is exactly what the Knight of Pentacles uses to kind of see the future, right? To have that long-term vision. And this is what we need right now. I think staying in this position here, this is progress, but in the wrong direction. Right, the Nine of Swords is dragging us down. If we keep investing our energy into this kind of self-criticism, then the outcome is not going to be a very good one. So we do need to tackle this first. And this is through these various decisions. Yes, we have a lot of love in our hearts. We have to decide if that is a worthy investment for our best life, right? For these two earth energies right here. And we have to turn on our intuition, our spiritual insight, our conscious mind, our higher consciousness, right? And we have to be willing to take whatever action is necessary to take care of that. And that is most likely going to involve some kind of changes, positive changes in your physical environment. Moving money around, moving furniture around, moving yourself around. Right? Whatever we're talking about here exactly. It's time for a lot of choices, a lot of actions need to be taken. We have the twos here of every suit. So that's a lot of choices. A lot of choices for you, right? A lot of decisions to make and actions to take. But we have to know what each decision, so I kind of wish we had some major arcana here. But we have to rely on the light of our own consciousness, which is the divine consciousness, in order to see how all of these choices, decisions, and actions are going to affect the future and our sense of best life, our wealth, our well-being, our wholeness, right, with the Ten of Pentacles. Well, let's look at the mystery card now. Thank you, Simon, for your assistance. I feel like this is really a major shift. I feel like all of these twos are bringing in this Ace of Wands. We're bringing in this spiritual energy that is going to really kind of propel us into a beautiful future. We are understanding how all of this energy is going to pay off down the line, right? How everything that we need to do now has its effects later on. So let's see what this mystery card is. I'm expecting some sort of major arcana, one way or the other, just because we don't have any of it. I don't know which one. I would like to see an Empress, perhaps, or an Emperor. Okay, that hurts, honey. Yeah. Maybe the World. Maybe the Empress. Let's see what we have. No? Okay. Yeah. Judgment. The Eon. Rebirth. Reawakening. Baptism by fire. So this is, again, this is talking about this big energy shift, right? Big transition. This is a big wake-up call. This is also a very fiery card. This is pure fire, right? This is a difficult situation that we have to endure now because it's an investment, right, in the future. And so it's really talking about this fire energy that we have here. So it's really saying that it's the wake-up call that we need to activate this fire and get out of this situation. Oh, look, I have a little pincher bug on the table. Those are good luck, I hear. So this is the alarm sounding. This is the wake-up call. We're hearing the trumpets now. It's time to put these decisions into action, right? We can't stay in that Nine of Swords. It's time to wake up. Big time energy shift coming. And I think we're hearing the trumpets in the distance, and they're getting closer and closer and closer. I think it's time for us to start acting on these energies, right? Making decisions that are an investment in our best life. Yeah. I think that's a very good message. We're going to go ahead and do an extended, the cat and I. So stick around for that. Click on the link in the corner. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, not just for Aquarius, but for every sign. Okay? Please hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't yet. And, well, I'll see you again very soon.